Hello, everyone. Welcome to a next episode of Nick and Knarf. I am Knarfy. He is a Nicky, and we are going to be doing some wonderful stuff for you today. We're glad you joined us for another edition, and today we are doing the iconic band from the 70s and 80s, the Cars.
Yeah, we're going to be listening to some songs from their first album and from their fifth album.
That's right. From the debut album, their awesome debut album, just self-titled The Cars, which I think, and I know Nick agrees, probably in the top 10 all-time debut albums ever recorded. Just song after song, brilliant, great, iconic. And then this fifth album, Heartbeat City, is another great, great album. The Cars originated in 1976 in Boston, and their first album, The Cars, debuted in 78. And this fifth album, Heartbeat City, debuted in 1984 with the iconic voices of Ric Ocasek, Benjamin Orr, the great, great guitar work of Elliot Easton. But Nick and I have both chosen a song to share with you today. And Nick, he decided to pick the one off the very first album. And Nick, which one did you pick, my brother?
I don't remember, Frank. I took some mushrooms before I came over. So actually, you're all I got tonight, I think, right?
Is that what you said? I thought you wanted to do My Best Friend's Girl.
Oh, My Best Friend's Girl. I want to do My Best Friend's Girl.
Okay.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, that's not what he means. He means he'd like to hear My Best Friend's Girl. He doesn't want to do her.
You know why? I was looking at this album, and every darn song I loved it was kind of like, okay, let's do this one. No, let's do this one. 3, 2, 1. No, wait. So it's like, what's behind, the curtain? So I don't know. What did I say? My Best Friend's
Okay.
Girl. I don't even remember. I love all of them. I just love this whole album.
I know. The song titles start running together after a while, but because they're all so great. But no, This is a great, great song from a great, great album, The Cars' debut. Anyway, before we start, please remember to subscribe, like, and share. If you've done so already, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate your support. Leave us comments. Let us know what you think about The Cars and what we're doing.
And before we get started, I can't believe anyone will not like The Cars. I mean, they're simple yet complex. When this album came out, I don't know who turned me onto it. I was just like, damn, these guys are so good. And I love it because they don't overpower you.
They were good for all of the 10 years they were together.
So
Every
good.
album is outstanding. Candy-O, so many great things. They had 7 studio albums and about another 8 compilation and live albums. Just a tremendous legacy. Got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2018. Tragically, Ben Orr died in 2000 of pancreatic cancer. Very sad. But Ric Ocasek managed to make it longer, and unfortunately, he died just a couple of years ago. But anyway, here's to The Cars. You ready to tune it in? Okay, so turn up the volume, rip off the knob, because we're listening to The Cars, and we're starting
that ignition, Frank.
Nick's pick, My Best Friend's Girl.
Oh, is that what I picked?
That's what you picked.
Okay.
Here we go.
Dancing down the street with your sway blue eyes. Every new boy that you meet, he doesn't know the real surprise. Here she comes again when she's dancing beneath the starry sky. She'll make you feel. Here she comes again when she's dancing beneath the starry sky. Like the way she dips. Well, she's my best friend's girl. Well, she's my best friend's girl.
if that doesn't combine the late 50s, early 60s genesis of rock and roll, nothing does. I mean, it's simple yet complex in the way that they develop the melody. Just so good.
When you listen to the instruments playing in the song, there's these little, it sounds like gaps, right, between like guitar work and stuff. But in the background, then you'll hear like the organ playing or a little run of the guitar or something. It's just tastefully put together. And like you said, it's not overly complex, and it's not such bang in your face, hard driving stuff, but it's got these incredibly tight beats and rhythms, and then just the different tempos playing against each other, the organ work against the guitar work, the bass lines running, the unique singing style.
I was going to
Ric
say,
Ocasek.
and then the background vocals, they do such a beautiful job of complementing his style. It just sounds so good. And the tone on that guitar, that twang, it's just so cool. I just love
Maybe
it.
one of the most underrated lead guitarists ever, because he isn't overly flashy or overdone. But if you listen to song to song to song, the lead guitar of Elliot Easton is just amazing, immaculate, crisp, tight, beautiful.
There was absolutely nothing overly flashy in that song, but together it makes an A-plus song.
Absolutely.
I mean, the drummer doesn't bang you out, but you'd love just the fact that he kept the tempo going. He accented where he needed to accent. The keyboard, that little soft keyboard coming in the back. Everything complemented each other. It's like the perfect blending of us. That song is so good. That whole album is just
It's outstanding.
great.
I mean, I can't believe there's anybody out here watching who hasn't heard this whole album. And if you haven't, man, rush and listen to it, because song to song, it is fabulous. And again, I think it's in the top 10 debut albums in rock and roll history.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Anyway, what did you think of My Best Friend's Girl and the Cars? Leave us a comment there. Let us know what you're thinking.
Did you get to see him in concert? I didn't.
No.
Did you guys get to see him?
Never got to see him either. That's another band I should put on our list of haven't seen.
Yeah, that's another one.
But anyway, well, thanks for checking out that one with us. And now I'm going to take you to my selection off of Heartbeat City. The fifth studio album came out in 1984. And there's a number of great songs on this album, just awesome too. But I selected one that I'm really fond of.
I've never heard it, by the way.
And Nick said he didn't hear it. I was just amazed.
Sorry.
But during the 80s, Nick was busy working, making a lot of money because he was working hard and raising a family. So he didn't listen to as much rock then. But he started listening to the Cars, but then kind of tapered off. But this is an album in the mid 80s when he really wasn't listening. But it's a great song, and it's just called Magic. And the name of the song is Truly the Way You Feel When You Listen to It. So from Heartbeat City, here's the Cars with Magic.
Go-Go's.
Summer, it turns me upside down. Summer, 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 it's like a merry-go-round. I see you under the midnight,
The way the song's built.
all shackles and bows.
Little here, little there.
High shoes with the cleats clicking, a temperamental glow. Well, don't you let me go. Oh, gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you, I gotta hold on you tonight. Oh, gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you. That's right. Oh, it's magic.
Interesting.
There's magic in your eyes. I gotta hold on you. Gotta hold on you. Gotta hold on you tonight. Gotta hold on you. Gotta hold on you. Gotta hold on you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, it's magic. Uh-oh, when I'm with you. It's magic. Uh-oh, it's magic. Just a little bit of magic pulls me through. I gotta hold on you.
Dude, the lead's nice. Such economical songwriting, you know. I mean, it's just economical is the word. You know, there's not a lot of excess,
Not at
not
all.
a lot of frill.
Not at all.
It's filled and tasty, and they get that catchy hook. Every song with their catchy hook that just grabs you, and then they drive it home repetitively. The harmonies, all of it.
This one sounded a lot more AM type.
A little more poppy song, you think, sounding?
The one thing that I didn't like too much was after a while the kind of electric drum sound. You know, that I'd like to see that drummer now and then do something a little funkier. But I loved the background vocals coming in when they came in. Oh, I mean, but it did remind me of like 3 or 4 songs.
Yes, you're right. It has elements of other 80s songs. I mean, it sounds really 80s. I mean, even more than My Best Friend's Girl. I think My Best Friend's Girl feels like it's still a 70s song.
Yeah.
But this one, you're right. Like the electronic, the drum sounds a little more techno sounding on some of the stuff.
Now, I've never heard this guy's talking voice, but how does he get a voice like that?
You know, I don't know. You listen to a lot of great singers. You listen to their normal voice. You say, where does their singing voice come from?
I don't
Rod
get it.
Stewart, Don Henley. I've listened to Don Henley talk. You say, where does Don Henley's singing voice come from?
Yeah.
You know, you're right. Where does it come from? I don't know. It's a unique feature that when somebody goes into singing mode, it's like they're another person.
Now, I also wish he would have expanded that lead. That lead was pretty nice.
You're right. It was starting to take off. I don't know why on this one they don't elaborate a little more, but I tell you, it just drives and it keeps going. That hook just catches you up. Like you say, it is very poppy in a lot of ways, but this song got a lot of airplay back
Obviously,
in the 80s.
using just the word magic, you know, there's quite a few songs that have the word magic in it. It's got to be good or else you don't even want to put it out.
That's
you know?
right. Anyway, what did you guys think of Magic? Did you like it? Would you? Are there other songs on Heartbeat City that you like better? Or you know, I mean, look, the Cars. They're just their catalog of hits is just remarkable.
Tell us about your concert experiences. I'd sure like to know. I
That's
never
right.
did see them.
That's right, Andy. If you're listening, Andy, I want an essay, 6,000 words about everything you know about the Cars.
Now, Andy, I don't want you to tell us about every car you've ever driven. I want you to tell us about every concert, every moment in time when you heard a Cars song and all of a sudden you stopped and realized that the sun was setting over the mountain. This guy, Andy, you're amazing. You're
Yes,
amazing.
our buddy Andy in Oregon. You got to, whenever you look at our videos, look down to the comment section, look for Andy in Oregon because his comments are awesome. They're terrific.
When I grow up, I want to be like Andy.
Me too. Only I'm never going to grow up, so it's never going to happen. Anyway, we want to thank you for joining us today for the Cars. Hope you enjoyed My Best Friend's Girl and Magic. And look into more Cars stuff. It's so good, so great, so iconic. You're never going to forget it. And we thank you again. Please, again, subscribe, like, and share. And we'll look forward to seeing you at the next incarnation of Nick and Knarf.
Thanks for being here, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.